Any chance we can get a copy of the space landings, please? Is it on the computer? Yeah. Top 8 standings. Wonderful. All right. Hello and welcome back. It has been one tense day, hasn't it?
It has.
We've had a lot of tight standings, especially towards the end there.
And a lot of tight matches as well.
I unfortunately wasn't here to see the Bolus assisted a huge amount of it. How did that go?
Well, so the first game, Aku with the Red Egg wins went away. Second game, the other way around. Alexander took the win, and then the third game, Aku just pounded it down, getting in for the win. Getting in the top 8, I heard.
Yes. We will hopefully have your standings for the top 8 very, very soon. We will also soon have the standings for the top 4 in the Boutique Mesterskap.
Sitting here waiting for it. They are just preparing for the next, the top 8, top 8 rounds.
We have our feature match already lined up. It's just a matter of waiting to see everything's in order. How do we, like, before we actually get the spread through? Mono Red, very strong showing in this tournament.
Yeah, and we talked about it during the last game that they have the possibility to get into the game late with just a few lands, big impact, runaway Steam King with the counters to gain the mana that they need to go off, and then also the frenzy.
I think the field mostly being lined towards Esper.
Yep.
Has meant that Mono Red has really, really started to thrive.
Yeah.
So we can announce the top 8 standings for the SM. In first place, I believe we are going to have number 1 and number 8 on camera. In first place, we have Vidar Hesselman on 29 points. In second place, we have Jonas Friberg on 29 points. In third place, Sebastian Hernandez on 28 points. In fourth place, Samuel Giselsson on 26 points. Fifth place, Victor Sjöqvist on 25 points. In sixth place, Juan Manuel Jimenez, I'm so sorry if I said that wrong, on 25 points. In seventh place, Jens Lindberg on 25 points. And in eighth place, Aku Halmeniemi on 25 points. There was one more person on 25 points, William Ljungberg, but the tiebreakers didn't quite work out in his favour.
Good luck next time. So,
like we said, we are going to be bringing you the coverage between
Vidar and Aku.
Vidar Hesselman and Aku Halmeniemi.
Aku we just saw with the red deck, solid win.
Any chance you remember what Vidar was playing? Because he has been on coverage a couple of times.
Yeah. Am I wrong when I'm saying he's playing Esper?
Are we are we doing Esper versus Mono Red for our first?
Oh.
It's been a long weekend.
Yep.
So hopefully we will have those tech lists through with you
shortly.
shortly.
It was a couple of hours ago since I heard Teferi, so I'm ready for it.
We heard it during the draft though.
Oh yeah, oh yes.
It was great. Yes, we will hopefully have coverage of that event coming pretty soon. We should be able to cut over to the table.
So 29 points for the guy who is the ranked. Oh, there we go.
And then all we are going to wait on now is the
Vidar is 10-1-1 versus Aku, who is 8-3-1.
So 8-3-1, the cutoff for the top 8, clearly.
Yep. 10-1-1. Good solid weekend for Vidar.
Very solid weekend for Vidar. He's been on camera a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking there's just multiple Vidars that we could have been looking at?
We actually have... I think we have another Vidar, but...
There's 2 Vidars.
There are 2 Vidar. Common name, Vidar.
Also worth noting for anyone who has been waiting to ask, we did have a couple of questions. Joe Larsson ended up in 11th place on 24 points, so just missing out by 1 point and maybe a couple of good tiebreakers.
I'm trying to confirm what I just said, that Vidar is playing Esper.
Depends. Can we
Oh,
see?
yep, he is.
Well, I
I saw it to
I saw
Fairy.
it to Fairy.
I
I
saw
think
it to
that's all
Fairy.
we need to know. But
Alright.
hopefully we will get deck lists properly for you pretty
But
soon.
this is actually quite interesting because, or confirming if you like, because if you're looking at MTG top 8, Esper is topping the control, and Red Deck is topping the aggro list.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that doesn't surprise me.
There
in
you go. The
slightest.
meta is the meta.
The meta is the meta. Top quality coverage here from me
Shut
and
up.
Jonas.
Shush you. There's nothing to sniff about, right?
So
So this is gonna be a fun game. Let's see if Aka can get the explosiveness that he had in the last game.
So
And,
Victor, as the top player in the seed, will get to start this game, and every game he gets to play in the top 8, he will be on.
I
the
see
play.
a hero piece as
He's
well.
on Precinct Esper,
Yes.
which I believe has a slightly better matchup against Mono Red than regular Esper.
He has some lands. He has his
however-
hero piecing once.
However, in general, I would still say that the Mono Red is favored here.
The first game at least.
I believe that there are some versions. Oh, then again, Aku taking a mulligan down to 6. Victor clearly decided to keep his hand.
And at this point, I think both player knows what they're up against. So
Has a little shuffle.
Esper doing his thing during this weekend.
We appear to have at least one Aku supporter in chat.
Yep.
Shout out to you,
Pimp Swamp.
Pimp Swamp. We will
Oh, those names.
hopefully you can get some of your energy over to Aku. Those mulligans a
Oh,
little
there's
better.
2 lands in hand.
2 lands, Chain Whirler I'm seeing. Decides to keep Scry.
Do we like it? No, we don't.
Down to bottom.
Land go.
Godless Shrine tapped.
Land
Aku,
go.
Land go. Esper.
Drawing a
and
land.
Land Precinct.
Okay, let's see if Aku has the shock.
Does Aku have the shock?
He has.
Does. And that's an old shock as well. Very
The
cool
nice
looking
old shock. So I'm seeing a land into Lava Runner right now. No. Okay, Biashino, Pyromancer.
Fishy and Pyromancer knocking Victor down to 18.
Vida down.
I think losing that Hero Precinct one was a very big tempo swing.
Yep.
If the Victor was able to
His name is Vidar.
Vidar, I apologize. Normally I'd have the deck list in front of me so I could keep looking at the lists. But again, I've just got a big list of names in front of me, and it just
Light up the stage. Drawing 2 cards for the mono red deck.
Vidar, very very big tempo swing.
All right.
Plays a mountain. That's got to be an FNM light up the stage, right?
Yeah, it is.
That looks really cool from this angle, but you know, I just
Playing
like
the lava runner.
I like foils. I can't.
All right, Basilica Bellhaunt, right? Am I wrong?
Bellhorn comes down, gains 3. What will Aku discard? I'm seeing Lava Runner. I'm seeing
3 more cards unidentified.
3 more cards that are at an angle that can we confirm? Yes, they are in fact red cards.
What do you know?
Aku, I think he's found what he wants to get rid of.
Well, the thing is that Red Deck does not like to discard, since they're already on such a tempo with the cards.
I mean, a
just-
lot of the time they can actually go empty-handed by turn 4.
Yeah, Fanatical Firebrand.
Firebrand,
So
Lava
just
Runner.
throw the thing is that Aku knows that Vidar is currently in Esper, so there's a lot of sweeps on the board, potentially.
So, We have just got the deck list in front of us, and hopefully we'll be able to give you a bit of a better rundown as to what might be in some of these lists. We say that, but you know, there's always things we could miss, like saying someone's name wrong.
Alright, untap and draw for turn. It's
Does
another
he-
hero.
He
Another Bell Hound.
didn't
Oh,
have
there
the
you
land.
go.
Relevant, he didn't have the land to drop to fairy.
What? Another
Oh, he did have the land
discard.
to drop to fairy, he just wanted to go for the Bellhorn
Yeah.
instead. I understand
So 2 discards for Aku, which is deadly. Yeah, I can see why Vidar wants to play the Bellhound main, since the red deck is such a meta. But look
Aku.
at that hand that Vidar is holding right now. Alright, Chain Whirler.
that. Down comes the Chain Whirler. Pass his turn.
I think we are about to see the first Teferi for the day. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go. The
I
big Teferi
think
ticks
Esper,
up.
Esper seems to be in a very good position here.
Ticks up, and now he has the Dovin's Veto up. So whatever Aku decides to throw it to Teferi or in his face, he's going to be able to counter. Of course, if it's not a Viashino. Viashino?
Viashino.
Viashino Pyromansoir. This is a
Yeah, sorry.
bit of a trouble for Aku right now, because now Vidar is waltzing into what I would like to say controlling the match. He has the Hero Precinct 1 in hand. He has the Dovin's Veto, a very good counter.
Depends what Aku's drawn though.
I mean, so the best Aku could throw right now from his side is the Frenzy, which is not going to resolve. So, is he going to tick it up, or is he going to do something else? He's going to I think he's going to tick up the Fairy. Draw a card. He has a Thought Erasure in hand.
Vidar potentially thinking
Right.
about dropping the Precinct 1 here.
I think he's going to do that because
No, it looks like he's going for Narset instead. And is that a foil Narset though? I can't. That all. Is that one of the foil alt art Narsets? I can't tell. It was
Kaya's
just-
Oath. Now it's time for shenanigans.
So sorry, I'm distracted by potentially really foily kind of cards. I don't know if it's just camera glare or not, but that.
I don't think that's the foil one though. Doesn't shine so much. So Oath of Kaya, we saw a lot of games before when we were watching Esper, with the small Teferi bouncing the Oath of Kaya to be able to play it again to do some damage. I don't think that we are going to see Aku win this game anymore, I'm afraid.
This does look like it's very difficult to come
Yeah.
back. We have seen Mono Red come back with Experimental Frenzy.
I mean, we are
but there's
basically
no way he's resolving a frenzy with that Dovin.
Oh
Veto
no,
up
there's no
also.
way. So, but he has to try though. So what? So now Vidar can basically just go Thought Erasure to see to filtrate his own library. Okay, another Bellhound. And a Thought Erasure.
That is
Another Teferi. So
the Precinct 1 deck not needing to play Precinct 1. Just going straight back into
There
Esper
it is.
control.
I think that this is game. Oh, the first game at least.
And
Thought
now
Erasure.
Thought Erasure trigger, making a 1/1. I doubt Aku has anything worth hiding.
Just
It's
take
a
it.
shock.
You can just take it. Yeah, exactly. There's no point in counter that, even if it's on the hero. Vidar is just waiting for him to drop the frenzy because that's the only thing that is going to help him at this point.
And Aku scoops it up.
Yeah, GG.
1-0 to Vidar in the quarterfinals.
Very solid play by Vidar.
Let's
Very
have a look
solid.
at some sideboards over here. Vidar looking at 2 Duress, 2 D-Spark, 2 Elder Spell, 2 Cry of the Canarium, 3 Kaya's Wrath, 1 Ixalan's Binding, 2 Lyra Dawnbringer, and 1 Command the Dreadhorde. First obvious choice I can see bringing in there. Sounds like some people are happy down there. Potentially, we might have just got the BUM results.
Yeah.
Lyra Dawnbringer is... I can see the first obvious cards coming. Oh, that does sound like... I guess we can do this.
I want to do that. Oh,
yes!
Okay,
right.
so...
we will take a time quickly between sideboarding. Do you want to go for the full standings from the bottom to the top?
Yes, so we have the standings for the BUM 2019. 12-1. We have on the 12th place with 46 points, Drakar och Massariner. On the 11th place we have Spelbutiken Tärningen, 51 points. Jag tänker ta det här på svenska. På 10:e plats Legend, 59 poäng. 9:e plats Spel och sånt på 62 poäng. 8:e plats Cool Card, 68 poäng. 7:e plats Seriebörsen på 69 poäng. Vi har Fantasia Comic Zone på 73 poäng. Vi har Alara Games på 80 poäng. På 4:e plats och vidare till topp 4 Prisfyndet, 81 poäng. På 3:e plats vi har Röda Goblinens spelbutik på 88 poäng. På andra plats vi har Dragon's Lair på 95 poäng. Och på 101 poäng och etta just nu Mindstage vidare. Så Mindstage, Dragon's Lair, Röda Goblinens spelbutik och prisfyndet vidare till topp 4 i BUM standings i BUMs mästerskap.
That is wow. Of course, speaking from as two people who are rather biased probably towards the Västerås players in Röda Goblinens, very well played, boys. I'm incredibly proud of you.
Mindstage, good job.
This, look at the 1 point difference between Prisfyndet and Alara Games, between 81 and 80 points. That is tight. That is a draw that made a difference.
Yeah.
Over a loss. And wow.
I imagine that Prisfyndet is really happy right now, and I'm not surprised that they were the ones shouting down there.
So, I suppose if this works out in the same traditional way you could expect in the semi-finals of the Butiksmästerskap, Mindstage will be playing against Prisfyndet.
Yep.
And Dragon's Lair will be playing against Röda Goblinen. So our boys in Västerås get to try and stare down Joel Larsson.
This is gonna be
some
the
good magic.
best Sunday this year. Let's see how it goes down the table. Are they ready for the game too?
Yep.
Here they are.
They have taken their draws.
Like we ordered it.
I'm just going to quickly...
I mean, me myself, who played Esper just before War of the Sparks came, I'm not used to so few counters in counter spells in Esper, but I like it. I mean, there is a lot of potential in Esper right now since it has more removal. So it's like a tap out deck like Grixis is. So I'm happy to see the meta change. I'm so happy for our guys, man. I have to say that.
I'm very, very happy.
They had a tough night last night with the draft and still managed to get it in.
Going into competitive draft from just F&M drafts is a very big change. However, the standard events have more than made up for that.
Yeah.
Going 3-0 in the unified standard.
Yeah.
Having 3 team members go 3-0 in the original singleton constructed.
Yep.
And then having all 3 of their members go 2-1 in the second round of singleton constructed. Singleton, as in singles constructed. The drafts didn't matter as much as they needed to.
So, to get back on this game,
yes, I do apologize.
Vidar is, of course, and I'm going to say of course because you have to do this, bringing in Lyra Dawnbringer. We saw the Jeskai Super Friends deck do it earlier. Also another Kaya's Wrath is what I see.
Boarding in a lot of cards. I mean, I can see Cry of the Canarium, Kaya's Wrath, and Lyra coming in for this. What's Ali sitting on in his sideboard?
Well, we have the regular red deck win sideboard. We have 2 Rekindling Phoenix, we have 4 Lava Coils, we have 1 Chandra Fire Artisan, we have 2 Dire Fleet Daredevils, we have 3 Debolts, and we have 3 Legion War Bosses.
Legion War Boss I see coming in here. Potentially Lava Coil if he's anticipating Lyra, especially as he's 1-0 down.
Yeah.
I don't see the Rekindling Phoenix coming in. Maybe Chandra comes in for this. I'm not sure. I guess we are about to find out pretty soon. I think you guys should be talking about that first place team.
We will.
I trust me. I wish I knew more about Team Mindstage at 101 points that I could actually provide more information about.
We will get you that information though.
Jens Lindberg is on the team, he's in the top 8. William Ljungberg is on the team, he came in 9th place.
Wow.
They won all their rounds in the first day.
Yeah. So Mindstage won all their rounds during the first day, which is pretty solid.
That's very solid.
Also, we have an 8th place in their team and one in the 9th place in the regular standard. So a good solid.
Also, Mr. Bumblebear works at Mindstage.
Mr. Bumblebear.
Shout out to Mr. Bumblebear.
We are now not able to see the chat, but we will have our technician, sort it out.
Got the Shrine tapped from Vidar. Land followed by Runaway Steam King.
Alright, Steam King
for
turn
Aku.
2. Always a good play from the red deck.
Watery Grave.
Playing. Thought Erasure. There you go. Oh, there's a lot of lands. Okay, he's gonna pick. I think he's gonna pick the Chain Whirler.
That's an interesting, but perhaps if Vidar seeing that and not, he might have Cry of the Canarium in hand.
Okay, another land for Aku.
Knowing that he can't follow it up with anything means that he can just cry the entire board next turn, and then Aku's in trouble, unfortunately. That does appear to be a Cry of the Canarium. Bye-bye, Steamkins. Into exile you go.
And I know that Vidar doesn't see what we see in Aku's hand, but
Light up the stage.
Might save the day here.
Another
light up the stage. Another land. Wow.
That is wow.
That is a lot of lands.
20 mountains, and he's hit how many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bellhaunt. Wow.
Large proportion of lands.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
Second line up the stage flips Mountain and Tybalt.
I see that we have 93 viewers right now. Thank you all so much for watching this with us.
It's fairy ticking up. Bellhorn goes in.
And another Bellhaunt in hand. This is looking solid for Vidar.
Untaps 2 lands, passes turn.
Oh, this is...
Draw a card. This is not looking great for Aku. Is that 3 mountains in hand? What else has he got? Oh, he's got something he can do. That's Experimental Frenzy. If they were going to get any card while you are mana flooding, Experimental Frenzy is probably it.
Huh.
I don't think he minds too much about Basilica Bellhorn at this point. There goes a mountain. This could be its real turnaround.
Well, he has to ferry.
Oh, he's bouncing the frenzy with he's tucking the
frenzy.
Of course, it's big Teferi, not small Teferi. Is it the bounce Teferi or the tuck Teferi?
To tuck Teferi.
But I mean, he's stopped the card advantage at least for a turn.
Another Tibalt.
Bit late on the Tibalt.
Gets in with the dude. So if he swings, Aku is being...
And that's Lyra off the top.
Oh well.
I'm afraid to say...
Yeah, I think this is he has such a board stay right now, and with the cards in his hand. And Tibalt.
I'm assuming the Devil Ping would have gone to Vidar's face, but I don't think it matters. Here comes Lyra, who's probably just going to close things out.
The draws that Vidar has been doing is really, really impressive. We are up to 104 viewers. Thank you so much for following this stream. Yeah.
Line up the stage into show. And there is
This-
the concession.
That was
Aku.
the
losing
solid
2-0.
solid draws from Vidar counters the the mana flood from Aku. A shame,
You
but
really do not want to be seeing that many lands in mono red.
yeah, I think how many lands did he hold the first?
I think he ended up going up
three or
He
four.
kept a 3-lander and just drew like 4 or 5 more lands in a row.
Yeah.
That's really rough.
Oh well, good play, Aku, during this weekend. Your end result is 8-4-1.
And Vidar, congratulations on making it through to our quarterfinals.
11-1-1.
Semi-finals.
11-1-1.
11-1-1. One loss and one draw over the weekend, and the rest of the time he's just been killing it.
So good. Okay, Esper doing his thing. Basilica Bellhound main. Look at that.
Bellhorn main?
Yep.
You are not kidding. I mean, that's some of the Precinct 1 decks like playing Bellhorn main. Other Precinct 1 decks just don't bother.
Well, apparently it works because the first game he took out the gas.
I mean, Bellhorn's great against mono red because it provides a solid body and a chunk of life back. That is a lot of board in. He even brought in Duresses and D-Sparks, which is kind of interesting. I guess he has so many cards that he just doesn't do much with.
Good game though.
It looks like Aku brought in Rekindling Phoenix as well, which is weird anticipating
well,
Cry of the Canarium.
Yeah, but but if so, Vidar has to is doing the Kaya's Wrath. At least he gets the body back.
So, that was a very, very interesting quarterfinal match.
Yeah, Vidar's showing that he's not going to let up on the streak right now.
Absolutely
11-1-1.
I don't
Aku.
blame him for that. Normally, when you're that far ahead, it's better to just keep on chugging on until you're holding the trophy, isn't it?
Very, very solid stay.
So, just to double check, if we are going to have another game lined up.
Well, this game was quite quick. So
This game was very, very quick.
So I'm assuming that we will have a short break and then come back.
Are we going to have another game lined up for this round?
No, we're not.
We are not. Well, in which case, we are potentially.
We will check.
We're going to have a double check.
Yeah.
In
We
which case,
want to show you so much of this as possible. So we're going to check if there's any gamers willing to switch tables to let us see, because
So
every game is very important. Okay.
again, dominating, huh? No. So we are probably just going to wait and see until the quarterfinals have finished. One mono red deck knocked out, and we will, of course, when the rest of the standings come through, we will fill you in to see how the other players in the top 8 have done. I believe after this we will be covering the Boutiques Mr. Scarp semi-finals,
Yes.
and we will hopefully see you very soon.
Waiting for someone to put up the stream for us. Hint, hint, hint. We have 86 followers right now. Moving into the first round of the BUM. Waiting for my boy Danny to finish off. Not today, Satan. I want it all to be free. Oh. Jesus. Is this actually the stream chat?
Yeah, it's kind of slow. Overall.
So, when are we going to go live, bruh? What?
When Oliver comes back.
Oh, yeah, Oliver.